Sports kicks off this week for many local middle and high school students, but experts are warning athletes about the dangers on concussions. Here to share what you need to know before hitting the field is Clinical Assistant Professor of Rehabilitation Science at UB, Jacob McPherson. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Talk about what people need to know about concussions.
Yeah, I think an important thing to understand about concussions is the importance of recognizing them when they have occurred. Sometimes student athletes are unsure these events have occurred, and that's where it's really important that coaches and parents and officials in the field have the knowledge of what to look for in these signs, and that our student athletes are also aware of symptoms or signs they may be experiencing so they can self-identify when a potential injury has occurred.
And what are some of those symptoms or signs of a concussion?
Yeah, early on individuals, they may feel dazed, they may be confused, they may forget their assignment on the field. There are some cases where individuals will have an immediate onset of headache or dizziness, and those are certainly signs that it's time to remove yourself from play. And if somebody is saying they feel off, they may be asked those questions from their athletic trainer. You know, are you experiencing these symptoms? How are you feeling? Things like that.
Can you kind of talk about what the difference between, having a headache, like a regular headache, versus having a headache that's connected to a concussion?
Sure. I think the biggest thing is being tied to that physical event or perhaps some type of trauma where you had hit your head, or maybe you had been struck by a ball or another player or something like that. And then within a short period of time, you start to have symptoms that you're just not used to living with your daily life.
What are the dangers of, not treating a concussion properly? Yeah,
the biggest concern is an individual continuing to play after they have sustained a concussion, and especially if they're symptomatic at that time. That's really where the recognize and remove piece comes into play, where once somebody has been deemed to possibly have sustained a concussion, it's critical to get them off the field and referred to a healthcare provider that can evaluate them and make that diagnosis and prevent them from getting back out there and continuing to play. The worst outcomes occur when individuals try to play through an injury, and then if they are unfortunate enough to sustain a second injury, that can be catastrophic.
Mm-hmm. And what are some other advice, tips for parents, for players, as we start the new school year?
Sure. I think we've got these programs that exist to help individuals and particularly parents, coaches, educators to be able to improve their ability to recognize when these injuries occur, and to help create environments for our student athletes where when they do occur, their recovery can be facilitated as efficiently as possible.
Okay, anything else you want to remind parents out there?
Sure. We've got a program coming up on Thursday evening at Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center. These programs are called COPE programs. They stand for Concussion, Outreach, Prevention, Education. These programs are great. My favorite thing is that there's something for everybody. We have an element of the program that is delivered by a medical professional. In this case, it'll be Dr. Jesse Federo, who's a physician with the UB Concussion Management Center. He'll talk about background information on concussion and current treatment approaches. And then there'll be an athletic trainer present, Tony Ceres, longtime athletic trainer in our community, who will talk about prevention and return to play protocols. And then there'll be an educator present, Michelle Kellen from the Brain Injury Association of New York State, who will be able to discuss strategies to make the return to the classroom as efficient as possible for our students.
Okay, good event for folks to check out as we head into the new school year, for sure.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for joining us this morning as well.